Welcome to Sabacc Chat. Today we're talking about Book of Boba Fett Episode 3.
And to start off the night, we have Bantha milk hot chocolate. It's got obviously Bantha milk in there, and I think this is the milk that Luke was drinking in Heir to the Empire at the beginning of the book. What else could it be?
I guess that's true. It does say hot chocolate, doesn't it?
It does.
You'll notice at the top of the hot chocolate is green.
It's just the cream.
That's apparently Bantha milk turns green when it changes temperature.
Yeah, this is something.
Wow.
This is something to have by the hearth. This is great.
Wow, it's really good.
I hadn't had white chocolate, hot chocolate before, and it was a little weird.
Like the other recipes, it'll be in the description. This is really fun. It's really good. I just want to keep making it.
Okay.
You got to get the perfect mix of the cream with the milk.
Absolutely. Are you dealing first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll deal first. So to start off, right when like the episode started with the debriefing, I thought to myself, there's just no one in the palace. The palace is like completely empty still, which is kind of funny. I had that thought because a few minutes later, we've got quite the cast.
Yes, I love the new additions.
Oh, I should pay the blind before I look at my cards.
Yes, and we should also pay into the pot.
That's true. Okay, it's to you to call.
Okay. I'll call.
I will trade.
I'm gonna stay.
So the show starts with the watermonger comes in, complains about.
I love that term, by the way.
Yeah, complains about delinquents, and then we like start right into the episode. I thought one thing that was interesting was when Boba Fett is doing the debriefing, then the debriefing with the droid talks about the districts and talks about how the workers' district is run by the Aqualish. And then when Boba Fett goes into the workers' district to confront the cyborg biker gang, No Shift, then you see an Aqualish there. I don't know if you noticed. I was like, oh cool, an Aqualish. We just barely learned that this area is run by the Aqualish. So
I probably
it's cool.
saw the Aqualish, but I didn't put the two and two together.
Yeah, so it's cool to actually see an Aqualish. I mean, it's probably something most people didn't see, but I thought it was a nice nod for people that know what an Aqualish is.
I love all the aliens that are in Book of Boba Fett. I love how many aliens they're incorporating into it.
Oh.
I did 100.
Did 100?
Yes.
I'll fold. I'm going to be smart this time. I'm not going to lose all my chips to you this time.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? It's fun that way. Come on.
If you're going to bet 100 right off, you can just keep your 100. You're not getting any of my credits. I thought it was cool with the biker gang that we see cyborgs. Like, there's not really many times where we actually see.
You hear them in books
cyborgs.
a lot.
Yeah, they're in books. I know that one thing I was thinking of was the video game The Old Republic. One of the classes you can play is as a cyborg, and I feel like there hasn't been enough like cyborg love.
I completely agree.
So I thought it was cool. And then we get to see their powers later on, which is also really cool.
Yes, like.
I'll call. Did you have anything you wanted to talk about with the biker gang?
Well, just that we're getting new things into Star Wars. Like last episode, we had ninjas.
Yep.
And then now punks
Yeah, now we have like
It's-
biker gang punks.
It's fun to see the things they're trying to sneak into Star Wars that
I thought
aren't
it was
necessarily Star Warsy.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting because this is like one of the very first times I can remember seeing like a shiny vehicle.
For real, besides Naboo, yeah.
Yeah, like Naboo and maybe like the Millennium Falcon when we first get it. Did you trade or you stand or what?
You're first.
What am I? Oh yeah. I will trade. Yeah, so I thought that was cool that we got to see, and it's also like such a stark contrast between Mos Espa and the biker gangs like bikes, which I thought was pretty cool.
No shift. Something that happened right after that I thought was really interesting was with the Jawas. I love that there's Jawas in every episode, by the way. Like, that's Tatooine, right?
Mm-hmm.
You very clearly see the fur on their hands. Very clearly. Like, that was always something that people would zoom in on, trying to figure out, like, from A New Hope. Like, they have fur on their hands, but it's not
that's a good
required
catch.
to get into, like, Rebel Legion or 501st. I wonder if they're going to require that now.
No, I think they'll probably just have
As an option?
as an option to have.
Okay.
You can be the hairy hand.
I think I
version.
need to do that. I need to add my
That would be
hairy
funny.
gloves, yeah.
It's kind of gross. They're like that hairy.
Putting...
$50.
I'll call that.
Okay. You want to dice this?
Trade.
I'm staying.
Well, okay, say that then. I'm gonna trade. Okay.
Now you want to do
Yes. No shift.
So we get into after all the bike gang shenaniganry, we get into the first flashback, or the only flashback for this one. Boba Fett trying to get money from the Pykes, and we get to see the more of the way the Pike Syndicate works. I thought it was interesting that he went to his superiors on Obadiah or Obadiah.
I've heard it both ways.
I actually have heard it both ways. But I thought that was interesting. And then I think we actually now for sure know the name of the biker gang, the Kinten Striders.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the name of the biker gang, and so.
And then it blew up in his face.
I know. That was so sad. That was like saddest part. Like,
I really appreciate that they didn't show his buddy, his little buddy.
So that makes me think like maybe she hid. Maybe she
I don't think so.
Maybe she was off digging for black melon water thingies. And she's okay. And she's going to join his posse. Because at the very end, I think the last words of the episode, Boba Fett says, "We'll be ready when the war happens." And so I'm wondering
He's got to have something up his sleeve.
I'm wondering
right?
if that has to do with an alliance with the Tuskens, like Tuskens are going to come in, or his one Tusken buddy is still alive and she's going to rally other Tuskens. And it's going to be like Boba and the Tuskens versus the Pykes. I don't know. Could be cool though.
It could be.
I'm betting again.
Yes, you are.
100.
Ooh, going big, huh?
I think you got nothing.
You think
I think you traded and you got garbage when you traded. That's what I think.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so, huh? Well, I am going to trade again. Oops, it's not trading. Whoops. No. I am going to call.
Yeah. I wonder if her hand isn't that great.
No, you can trade.
Alderaan.
Stay. Alderaan. Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe I should have folded. I was debating it. Fetch. Yeah. Okay, I bombed out.
You bombed out? What did you get?
25.
Okay, 21.
Yeah, okay. So how much was there? 200 in there?
100, 200, 300.
300. Okay.
Nice.
Pinned
Hey.
You're dealing this time. Yep, and you do the blind. Okay.
I'm dealing?
Yes.
Oh, then you pay the blind.
Yes.
For some reason, I thought you were dealing. Okay.
While he was on his way, you missed the most important thing. While he was on his way to talk to
he's riding his Bantha?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like a Bantha.
Yeah.
We see the pit-ride lady. Everyone's just like,
yeah. I didn't think that was
pre-Mandalorian. So we see her before.
I know. I didn't think it was worth mentioning because
so cool.
Literally everyone knows.
It's so cool.
Everyone saw it. Everyone knows. Pit droid lady's there. We saw the pit droids.
She's the best.
She is a fun character. But it's like, okay, yeah. I wish they would have done like a more subtle nod. I appreciate more subtle nods because I like seeing things that most people don't see or don't get.
There were surprisingly amount of people who didn't catch it.
I mean, the second like she like stuck her foot at, we're both like, oh, there she is! Just like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme, right? That's exactly how we were, yeah. Like, oh, there she is. So, yeah. But as far as we know now, all the Tuskens are dead.
In that one group, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, super sad, super sad.
Call.
I'm going to draw.
So then we have a rude awakening. Black Chrysanthemum pulls Boba Fett. I mean,
I'm surprised
we
he
had
didn't
to
just
see this
try
one.
And kill him quicker.
We had to see this one coming. Like he's so defenseless in his back the tank.
Well, that and the hut specifically said sleep lightly.
Yeah,
like I don't know why he wouldn't have been more prepared for that. He knew it was coming.
Yeah, he knew it was coming, and Black Chrysanthemum was just like yank you out of your bath, and then just start punching him in the face with one of the coolest weapons I think we've seen. The Electro Knuckles. Or maybe they're Vibro Knuckles. I don't know.
Yeah, that would hurt.
It looks so cool. Like, I'm surprised, like, Boba Fett, like, was able to take, like, that shock to the face and still, like...
he looked pretty good after that fight.
Be okay.
But he did have Bacta all over his body, so he was healing as he was getting hurt. So I think that kind of works well with that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't know exactly how Bacta works, but all of
never mind.
Yeah, it's like you have 3, so you shouldn't trade. Shift.
Okay.
So, we finally now have like usefulness for the biker gang. And
it was cool to see them
kind of the Gamorreans. The Gamorreans are still, I think,
I still love
on
them.
my list of the worst guards ever.
No. They totally take care of them. Yes, they could have done better.
They walk into the room and then get tackled and fall down the stairs, and then one of them gets punched and the other one gets his blood sucked. Yeah. So it's like they're still on my list of worst bodyguards of all time.
I love them. I personally really love those Gamorreans.
Yeah, so. Okay. Start the betting.
Mm-hmm.
So Black Chrysanthemum's captured.
Good 10.
I'll call. The twins come and offer Boba Fett the Rancor pet. So cool. It's about time. The real question is, though, is this the Rancor that we see in the Bad Batch?
Why would it be? I think they would have named it. Yeah, they would have named it.
It can't be
and
because
she had her eyes
because she was already
yeah.
imprinted. Yep, never mind. That's true. I forgot about the imprinting thing.
Yeah. Definitely not Bad Batch. And besides, that was pre-Rancor that died from Luke. So she was already gone by that point.
No. Never mind. I'm getting everything mixed up. That Rancor was Jabba's Rancor, right? I think that the Bad Batch Rancor was Jabba's Rancor. Yeah. Now I'm remembering. Okay.
Yeah, Bib picked her up for Jabba.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. So we get the Rancor delivery. We get some more Rancor lore. And we finally get... I think this might be the first, like, canonization of Rancor riding.
Yeah, the witches on Dathomir, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So,
that was so fun to hear.
When we, let me see. I need to trade. When we, like right when we hear about the Dathomirian witches from the trainer guy, I instantly thought of 2 video games that I played growing up. One was Empire at War. That's like a Star Wars RTS game. You can have it.
Sweet.
I fold. I've got nothing. I had 2. A 1 and a 1, so... Okay, so I first thought of Empire at War because in the Forces of Corruption expansion pack, you get the Zan Consortium, which is like bounty hunters and like scum and villainy kind of stuff. And one of the heroes you can get is Silri, who is a Dathomirian Rancor rider who has like a light whip, like a lightsaber whip. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, cool. The other thing was, the other game was Force Unleashed. You see Felucian Rancor riders.
Felucian?
Yeah.
That would be cool. I haven't...
Yeah. So you see Felucian Rancor riders. So it's been in like non-canon stuff or Legends materials for a while. So I think it's cool that they have added that in. Also, I think it's really cool that Boba was like, I've ridden beasts 10 times this size.
And everyone...
And we're like, oh, are you talking about...
The slime dragon?
The slime dinosaur dragon thing? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
That was really cool to hear. That more like hints and nods towards the holiday special that is near and dear to everyone's hearts.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Actually, when I first heard of the riding a Rancor, my first thought was the Old Republic. How in that game, you can as a mount, okay. You can ride a Rancor. Yeah. And I always was jealous of those people who, purchased that mount because they look so cool.
Just buy a lot of cartel coins and then you can do it. Yeah. I thought a lot of cool nods and a lot of interesting material added to official canon now, which is awesome. I'm going to add one. So right after that, Boba Fett's pulled out of his...
I'm gonna stay.
Out of his Rancor-loving imaginations of how he'll be able to roam the streets of Mos Espa.
Okay, I gotta say, I was terrified of that Rancor.
Oh yeah,
I was
the entire
terrified.
time that he's like petting it, you're just like, he's gonna get chopped. He's gonna get eaten.
But how cool would it be to see him ride down the streets? Like,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
He refused to be in a litter.
I know, that's exactly what I was thinking.
And then
I was like, they've made such a big deal about him not being in the litter. He's like, I can walk around on 2 feet.
I can ride a Rancor.
Yeah, now if he rides a Rancor around Mos Espa, it will be really, really cool. Yeah.
Yes.
The one thing I'm concerned about is actually the CGI of the Rancor. If he rides him, I'm worried that they're going to do a lot of CGI in it and it's not going to look as good, because I know that in the scenes with the trainer and Boba Fett, they had a real Rancor prop, yeah, that they were doing.
A practical prop.
Yeah, a practical prop, and it looked really good. And so I hope that they continue down that path. That way we don't have to worry about any kind of CGI stuff. Like, obviously they'll CGI some of it, probably like the legs and stuff, but as long as the bulk of it looks good. I also want to see how they position the saddle. Like, I want to see how feasible is it to ride a Rancor. So
it's gonna be cool. Roll. I'm sad that we're probably gonna be. That's the end of the twins that we're gonna see. Probably that's my guess, because they're like, peace, Boba, we're out of here. Like, there's stuff going on, and it's not worth our lives. I'm gonna miss them, and I thought it was really interesting. It made me also think of their litter.
The by the way.
I am.
Yeah, I've rolled for you. It's fine.
Made me think of, again, the Old Republic. On Nar Shaddaa, you
50.
see a decent amount of huts there, and they're on their own little platforms that hover.
Yeah.
And you see a decent amount of those in Nar Shaddaa, but I guess it's just to flaunt their wealth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
like
think it's more about like if you have a bunch of people carry you, then it's a sign of like strength and wealth and all this stuff, and it's intimidating. You see,
I still think it would
would
have been a fun nod to the Old Republic to have that.
to have like hover carts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stay.
Ooh, you're staying too? Me too. No shift. No shift.
I'll put in 100.
Cool. Yeah.
Alderaan.
Okay. I'm gonna stay. What do you have?
23.
Oh my gosh.
What have you got?
Not 23.
What have you got?
17.
17? You're going all in with the 17?
I did not go all
I know.
in. I did not.
You know what that means?
You're winning.
No. I get the pot. I get the Sabacc.
Oh, well,
pot.
yeah. I know.
Oh, there we go. This makes up for my
At least I didn't bomb out.
atrocious game last time. I could have milked it for more, but I was really worried about a shift. I was so worried about a shift. Okay, so then we go into the speeder bike race. I call it the speeder bike race because it's not really a race. But it's more like a speeder bike chase. But every time we see the mayor's major domo, I'm just happy.
I wish we knew his name, by the way.
I'm just happy. I love the character
He's a
so much.
sleazebag.
He's so funny.
He's slimy.
I wouldn't say he's a sleazebag, but he's always just like, oh yeah, he's booked out for the next at least 1 million weeks.
He's a great
booked.
politician, isn't he?
He's just so funny. I'm always I just hold my breath every time he talks because I'm just waiting for him to be like, oh yeah, I could probably rearrange some less time sensitive.
I did love seeing his facade fall though when he realized how much of a trouble he was.
Yeah,
it
he's
was
just
good.
like,
It was
oh
good.
no, I'm in
was
trouble.
Good.
I'll raise.
Oh, I was gonna do the same.
Let's find out.
I'll just match it now.
Well, now you've raised.
Oh, yes.
If you're gonna match, then you should match.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna draw.
I'm gonna stay.
Okay. I'm gonna say I appreciate after the major domo locked the door and went into the office. I really appreciate how Fennec actually had to hotwire the door to get in instead of just the typical blast the lock so it opens, or if they need to lock the door,
Well,
blast
I
the
feel
lock.
like in Star Wars, it's more of a blast the door to lock it.
It has been both ways. So
Usually
many
it's
times.
lightsaber. Blast the door to lock it, lightsabers open it.
I really appreciate how Fennec had to hotwire it.
Yeah. You know, after this episode, I'm just like, I need one of those daggery things. She's like, whoosh, whoosh. I mean, she used it twice in the episode.
Yeah.
One to skewer Black Chrysanthemum, and then once to spark and jump the door wires.
Mm-hmm.
Which people should make their doors harder to crack if it's that easy. Just
She's
yeah.
she's skilled.
She is skilled.
She's skilled. Did you roll?
Yeah. No shift. Oh, you're betting first.
Sam, I'll
Okay.
I'll do that. Sure.
I'll call. That's where I want to be.
I'm gonna trade.
This speeder bike chase was fun. There was a lot of. I kept waiting for the speeder bike people to crash and burn, but they were doing a really good job, and I thought that was cool because they're like cyborgs that maybe they should be better than regular human reaction times and such. I mean, there was the one guy who destroyed that amazing portrait of Jabba the Hutt.
Was it Java specifically?
I'm sure it was. It looked like his throne. I thought about going back and pausing it like one frame before he goes through it just to see if there were any Easter eggs.
Probably.
But I didn't. Yeah. Maybe I will.
Shoulda, coulda.
Yeah. Maybe I will later, but
Did you trade?
I'm staying.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Roll.
Shift.
Your shift.
Other cool things on the speeder bike chase. I think my favorite part of the whole thing was the flock of mouse droids. We're just like flying out. Also cool to see a Chris Bartlett character.
Mm-hmm.
See the protocol droid like wandering through the streets. Yeah.
The best part was the very end when he crashes into a ton of Malu Run.
Yep.
A wonderful nod to Rebels.
I love how Dave Filoni like sneaks Malu Run in, because I think it was in a couple times in the Mandalorian as well.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, he always has a sneak in Malu Run, and every time the fruit shows up, I always remember the episode where Zeb and
Ezra.
I think is it Zeb who does it? I can't remember who. No, I think it's Ezra who does it. Who says they're Captain Malu Run? I can't remember which one of them. But they are like Commander Malu Run or something.
That was Ezra.
Yeah, I love that bit. Yeah. So every time Malu Run pops up, I always think of
fruit.
Whether it is, I don't think it is. I think she just. But yeah, that's just what I keep thinking of. So.
Okay, so I don't think you called mine.
No, I didn't see you. I will call. Alderaan. See how lucky you got. I don't have an amazing hand, but I think it can beat your lack of luck this evening. What have you got?
24.
I've got 18.
I just barely got 24.
What did you have beforehand?
12.
Oh, well.
I had a 0, an idiot, so I traded it.
There we go. I'll take that money.
How much was in there? Because I bombed.
Oh,
you always forget.
I think that's probably the end of the end of the game. We can just call it there.
One last thing I wanted to mention was like how the Hutts were wanting to leave, and we're just like, Boba, you're a bounty hunter. What are you doing? You're so out of your element here. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking about it. He changed with the Tuskens.
Yep.
He changed, and we see that especially with the slaughter of his tribe, and
also how he shows up in the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
He's definitely not the same.
A little bit more. He's got more honor. He's not just a bounty hunter. He's making a name for himself. He's not just Jango's son.
Yep.
And I feel like he's like, you know what? I'm going to make a difference here. I can make this place, work for people so that other people don't just get slaughtered. So I think that's his purpose. He's being altruistic about it.
Yep.
I think that's what that's his goal.
Point.
Otherwise, I have no idea why he's there.
You might have noticed that we're playing with a different deck today. That's because TK52889 confiscated our other deck. Ever since we took off our helmets, we've had to bribe more and more people to get on the deck of the Star Destroyer to play. And I think that TK421, who wasn't at his post, by the way, I think that he told TK52889. So we need to be a little bit more careful because I don't want to give away all my winnings to bribe people so that we can keep playing.
At least I had some left this time.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And last time I had nothing, so.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
See ya.